Howdy how. Okay, so it's over. Christmas season is over. And one of the other things that's over is our initial and fairly exhaustive comparison of Android Fire TV Stick, Chromecast, Google Nexus Player, the Vizio Google TV device, which I just mentioned it, and that's as far down the road as we're going to go. A, because it doesn't get made anymore. B, it's horrible.
Unless you want to watch TV.
Unless you want to watch TV, which is a beautiful segue into what the Android Fire TV Stick, the Nexus Player, and the Chromecast all don't let you do. None of them have HDMI pass-through. You can't watch live TV. What can you do on all three of them? Cover similarities. We've got YouTube, Netflix, Crackle, I believe, is on all three of them.
I know you can do Hulu on the Chromecast and the Nexus.
Well, you can do, and this is kind of where I almost don't want to put Chromecast in with the Fire Stick TV and the Nexus Player, because the Chromecast and the fourth item that we actually reviewed, which is on par with the Chromecast, is the Microsoft Wireless Display. Because the Microsoft Wireless Display and the Chromecast, for me, are in really a different category than the Nexus Player or the Fire TV or the Roku. Because you get this line of divergence where the Chromecast and the Microsoft Wireless Display are effectively remote displays for your device, whether it's your Android phone, it's your Windows laptop. That's it. So there's no...
Especially with Lollipop.
Yeah. There's no onboard media access with the Chromecast or with the Microsoft Wireless Display Adapter when it works. He laughs, but it's true. I mean, I've been using these things on a regular basis. I hooked the Microsoft Wireless Display Adapter up to a TV in my office and connected my Windows 8.1 completely up-to-date PC to it to use as a secondary monitor. And randomly, for no damn reason whatsoever, about every 20 minutes, it'll just disconnect. Sorry. No, you failed. I mean, it would be one thing if it were having a problem with Android or something else that we're able to connect to it. And I have, yes, used more than just my PC. Maybe it's something specific to my computer that makes it suck. But no, it's just...
Yeah, your Windows, it's Windows. You should just
stop. Just stop Windows. So, with the Chromecast and the wireless display, they really are about taking the content you might have in your hand, unless it's, never mind, and putting it on the screen. Right? Now, which one of those does that better? The Chromecast.
by far, unless you're using an Apple.
And then it's absolutely the Chromecast because Microsoft will, no, it doesn't happen. But you put Chrome on an iPhone or an iPad and you suddenly open up the world with the Chromecast. And it's pretty neat. So you do have that ability. It's still, Android devices are preferred, but you can do it with...
It's more of a hassle with Apple. It's more... With Android, you download the Chromecast app, and then you're free game for most of your applications. Apple, you need like an app per application. But it works, so...
It does. It works well enough that our office manager uses it when she wants to send content to the TV in the lobby. Moving on to I Want Some Media. We didn't do the Roku in this roundup because the Roku, in effect, is a known quantity.
Most of us have one.
And for about half of us, it's probably in the drawer of unloved tech, or it's not plugged in or something.
Probably exactly half of us, actually, because that's what mine is.
Yeah, mine too. So hopefully 2 people that work for us still use theirs. The Fire TV Stick and the Google Nexus Player, on the other hand, yes, you've got your media. I think a lot of it depends on where is your current media. They both support Plex and XBMC. Those are if you have a home media server running that, both of those devices will play it back. But are you all about Amazon Prime, and that's where you get your music, that's where a lot of your media comes from, then the Fire TV Stick is for you.
Or are you running the Play Store?
Yeah, or if you're running the Play Store and you're doing the Google Amazon Music, or Google Music, All Access, then the Nexus player is for you, because that's where your music is. So in a way, these devices are bridges to your content, that content being specifically provided or hosted or held by the people selling the device. Because for just day-to-day personal recreation, I would say between those two, and this is not counting the games that you can play on an Android device. To do that, we would have to have the Amazon Fire TV, Puck, Square, versus the Nexus player. But what we did in our decision making was, what's the lowest price point entry device that we can get from these various vendors, because we might want these, on every TV in our home or in our offices. And so that left us with the Nexus player, because it was the only current device being manufactured that wasn't Google TV, but was now Android TV.
Right.
And so we have to get it in. $99. Okay. Fire TV Stick. $39, $49. And the remotes look almost exactly alike. They both do voice control. Amazon's voice search is kind of fantastic. We know that from the Amazon Echo, which is super useful, by the way.
When are we getting ours?
Well, we have mine, but it's not here. Ours will show up February 11th,
Awesome.
and then we will have it in the office to use, and it'll become ours. What I've had to do in preparation for that, and this ties directly back to what I'd said about it's a delivery vehicle for your content,
Right.
is I had two, damn it. One, I don't have very much media in my Amazon MP3 Prime account, right? I just don't, because about a year and a half ago, I went over to Google All Access, and I pay that $7.99 a month, and I listen to whatever I want. And that's awesome.
And download whatever you want. It's fantastic.
Yes, unless it's not a device that supports Google Play. And then you discover that you don't actually own shit. None, not a. So I have like thousands and thousands of songs in my Google All Access playlist, and I can't access it from anywhere, and I can even download it locally. But for the Amazon Fire TV, where the way you access your music is either through Plex or through
Amazon Play Store.
yeah, that music doesn't exist. Now, if I flip over to the Nexus player, I'm solid. There's all my stuff. There's my playlist. It's what I'm used to. It's what's on my device. But let's say you have a Kindle Fire, or you have the Fire phone, which you don't. We know who all 8 people are that bought those. And
I'm sorry.
yeah. But again, if you've got that on your PC, you have it on your Kindle, you have it on those things, then yes, you have that music player, and you can get that music player on your regular Android device. So there's your content there. I mean, you've got your Netflix, Crackle, YouTube, all of that stuff. The App Store for both of them, for a tech person like me, my absolute must-haves for an entertainment standpoint, they both had it. They make it a little odd to find sometimes. Like we have IP cameras, so we can see the cameras from anywhere. I was able to find that specific app in each of their respective app stores and install it. Now, what is worth noting is even Google's app store on the Nexus player, which is there, you can game on this and you can buy the game controller, and is really comparable to the Amazon Fire TV, is still a very limited app store. One of the things that kind of blew me away and pissed me off to the point where I figured out how to work around it is neither one of them have a web browser.
Yeah.
I can't browse the web on what? I mean, I can get on the web on my Xbox One. It's horrible, but I can. And it's not horrible. It's less than awesome.
Well, for that matter, you could do it on the 360, I believe.
Yeah, you could do it on the 360. I can do it on my
That
phone.
one was horrible.
Now, on my phone, With the Nexus player, I can very elegantly use Chromecast and cast screen to shoot something to the Nexus player so that I don't actually have to have like a Chromecast hooked up.
Right.
And it's real straightforward. With the Fire TV stick, I can do the same thing, but I have to use all cast, and it's a little less elegant, but it's still possible. So our quick roundup is all kind of same as far as the Amazon Fire TV stick, the Google Nexus player. Those are over here. And it really depends on where your content lives. If you're going to do gaming, they're also both on par, except you're going to want to move up to the $99 Amazon Fire TV.
You're also going to have to buy a controller.
Yep, and they're $39. Actually, either one of them are $39. And having seen the controllers side by side, yeah, you guys can say whatever, but same factory. Anyway, for just screencasting, Chromecast, hands down, beats everything else out there. It works. It's consistent. It's reliable. It uses almost no energy whatsoever. It supports the HDMI DEC so that you can control your TV and that device. If you guys ever wonder what all those extra letters are on the back of one particular HDMI port on your TV, that's what it is. And it just works like clockwork. That's all it does, though. It casts your screen. The Microsoft Wireless Display, it doesn't work well, to the point where we're never going to use it except for maybe target practice or something. To the point where the guy in the Microsoft store, it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks.
They don't even have it on display in our Microsoft store.
No, they do not. Probably because they have enough problems with blue screens of death at media events. And so, yes, Chromecast, hands down, $39, $35. I think Best Buy, at the moment of this recording, is doing a $20 Google Play rebate. So you can get your Chromecast for $12, $14, and then $20 in credit on the Google Play Store. So you can buy those movies. Yeah, music. Actually, it's a $20 credit, and the Play All Access is $7.
That's 2 months.
2 months, almost 3, of Google All Access. So it's really your media delivery vehicle. Where's all your stuff? Is it on Prime and Instant Video, or is it over here on Google's All Access? Depending on that answer, I think should flavor or color which device you buy. Raw power, the ability to do other things, Google Nexus Player. We've been able to, without a whole lot of follow-up, we've been, this is one of those things where I'm probably underestimating the complexity for just Joe Person, yet without a lot of effort on my part, and I think our junior engineer could do it, and they're not, we're getting a robot to do 80% of what they do. We can have a remote desktop Windows environment. We can do pretty much anything an Android phone can do. We can load the entire Play Store. We can do all the things. We can have web browsers. We can have Google Apps for work. We can have Gmail. We can have Google Drive. We can do all of those things.
We plugged in a mouse and keyboard and had a fully functional RDP session.
Yes, a mouse and a keyboard on this thing that's this big and it sets on your TV and costs less than $100. Now when you add the keyboard and the mouse, it's a little more, but if you got that laying around, you're good. I'm babbling. Talk to you later.